allow me for a moment to be a weatherman. Not to pick on this guy, but this is just the one that I happen to be watching whenever the idea struck me. So before I start, let me say I probably sound different. I've been sick since January 1st. I've been pretty bad sick, and just starting to get over it. I'm gonna take a little while to get cleared up here, and I've just not been doing anything. So it's gotten me behind on videos, and I think I've got one coming up tomorrow, which will have already posted by the time this goes up. And yeah, and then you'll see this one, and I'm probably gonna have to take a week off because I don't have anything in the schedule, and unless I just magically start feeling better. Anyway, let's talk weather. Um, all these weather boys like to. Oh, we're reading his captions here. I turned his audio off so that we could talk. Um, all these weather boys like to, oh, it's a major storm. It's coming this way. It's going to do this. And you're going to see snow. And so this guy, I do watch him on a regular basis. I like him. I like the information that he provides. I am subscribed to him. But there have been multiple instances where he's talked about snow and potential snow and blah, 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 blah. And it never amounts to anything, ever. And I'm going to share some information with you that I've learned over the past few years that a lot of weather people don't seem to understand. Let's go back here a little bit. Does he have the actual, here's the actual storm. So they're showing, let's back it up just a little. They're showing how, and I'm kind of like right in here, right at the edge of this pink here. So not a whole lot going on there right now. Let's put my mouse there just so you know. Now we're in the pink for sure. My mouse went away. Okay, if you keep moving it, I have to move my mouse. So that's mixed rain, snow, sleet, ice, not good, bad weather. Um, these models have changed, and a couple weeks ago, he was talking about a major storm January 10th, 11th, and 12th that should hit us. And I believe it was him, maybe someone else. And they're talking snow, snow, snow. I haven't actually seen the models of that one playing out yet. In this one, this guy says he only has until like the 6th or 7th as the latest date of what he has on radar here. So, not that I'm a fan of AccuWeather, but let's go to AccuWeather and look at the 5th, the 6th, a little bit of rain, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, a little bit of rain on the 13th. I'm not seeing any snow, any major ice. I mean, we do have this winter storm watch going on until Monday. But there's no scheduled anything here. So let me show you how this works. I live here, obviously. It popped up on the map. It's now a place, I guess. I don't know. We used to be so small that this is all you got right here. But if you zoom in close enough now. Anyway, and I'm using the topo map just to show you what kind of mountain range we have right here in our back door. Literally just straight uphill. I think probably right in here. Right here. Mount Mitchell. Mount Mitchell is the highest peak east of the Mississippi, 6,684 feet. And we are nowhere near that where I live. I'm not sure of our exact elevation here, but it's not 6,000 feet. I don't think it's even 4,000 feet. It is a major difference from where we are. And that may be the highest peak, but when I zoom out, you'll notice that all of this is mountains. And one thing we've learned over the years is that mountains are obstructive. So if your storm is coming from the west over here going east, it hits these mountains and it kind of trails upward and it goes around. And Virginia might get it, or it'll go north to, New York up here or whatever. It almost never comes through the mountains and over here. And if it does, we may get a quarter of an inch, maybe half of an inch. Not enough for it to ever amount to anything. The only way that any kind of storm will ever amount to anything is if it comes from down here and suddenly turns upward. Then we get good snow. If it comes from out here and comes inward straight toward us, we get good snow. But if it's coming over here, which is about 99% of all the storms, even if it's going down and then curving back up, if it does it too early, nothing. It's got to come exactly down through here to come hit us, because it's got to get around those mountain ranges. Otherwise, it's not going through them. I promise. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess when I was younger, I didn't really realize that. And once I kind of grasped it, I was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And you can look at this map. There's mountains all the way up through here. So, I mean, they're probably not nearly as big as these, but, you can make an educated guess based on how the layout is of, is a storm actually going to do this, or is it going to do that? There's more mountains out through here, and I don't know anything about California, etc., but I know that over here is kind of dry area. You got these huge mountain ranges. I mean, I don't want to speak too much on that because, like I say, I don't know anything about California, but what I do know, lived here my whole life, these mountains block any kind of weather coming from that direction. So if people who want to study weather and talk about weather would consider that in their models, we could get a more accurate guess of what is actually going to happen. Now, luckily, you go to weather.com or whatever, the official ones, they're usually pretty accurate in that. Let's see if I can actually get the 10-day. So this one is, okay, cool. Pop-ups. Light rain Monday, which I think was when his was showing it starting to hit. It does have a low of 24 that day, but I mean, it's going to warm right up to 45 throughout the day. Nothing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I actually think the storm was supposed to come this weekend, but we are already into Saturday, and I mean, our high today is 40, and there's no anything in sight. So even for the 10th, 11th, 12th, absolutely nothing. Which, like I say, I haven't seen the models for that one yet. I seen one that showed it having a separate system coming low and then up. And if that's the case, we could see something off of that. The Weather Channel still doesn't think we will. But we need more accurate models closer to the time before we'll actually know if that's what's going to happen. But for now, no snow in the forecast. But around here, all you have to do is say snow, and everyone runs to the store and buys milk and bread. Because that's already sold out. And I don't know. My friends up in Maine always make fun of me because when we say snow down here, everyone panics. In Maine, they get feet upon feet of snow and never have an issue. And I think my main reasoning that even happens is because Maine is more prepared for it. Maine gets it 6 months out of the year. They understand how to deal with it. They keep their roads clear. They keep them drivable. Around here, I mean, when snow hits, if you plan on going anywhere, you might as well just go ahead and delay that by about 5 days, because the roads are not going to be touched. They're not going to be salted. They're not going to do anything for about 5 days. They focus on the interstates first. And once the interstate's fully clear, then they start doing the main roads, which you can see here, 221 is a main highway, so they'd start doing that, and 64, and, all these. And then when they get that done, they'll start moving into, we need to do Main Street. So here's Main Street, and down through here. And when you live way out here in the mountains, they're not coming out here. Not for a week. So, unless you can just get out, then, but again, you got all these mountains and you're trying to go up and down these hills, and everyone else is trying to go up and down these hills. And the more you drive on these bad roads that haven't been treated or scraped or anything, the more it packs it down and creates a bigger issue. And then, you know, now you're just on solid ice. So yeah, that's my 5-minute weather lesson with you today. And I'll get back to making videos when I feel more like it. I am feeling better than I was. This is what day 3 I started feeling better. And now we're into day 4 and whatever. All right. See you then.